everybody here from Dash Digital Cash Brazil. I am in Caracas, Venezuela. One of the most exciting of my life. I'm here for a whole week to be a host at Eugenia's conference here in Venezuela, and I experienced what is to spend the entire week paying everything in Dash, from my plane ticket to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus tons of other goodies. But Eugenia, first of all, welcome. How are you?
I am very, very happy that you are here, Rodrigo. Thank you very much.
This is our last day. As you notice, I even have the Venezuelan flag here on my mic in the cube. But let's start, first of all, with your proposal that you presented about 9 months ago, and you branded as a Dash conference. But you went way beyond that, and what I've experienced here, it's something that it's extraordinary. We need to let the community know what's happening down here in Venezuela, which I made a list. I made an entire list of things, so let's go for it. So you created a business structure. You employ 24 full monthly salary employees. You have a business accepting Dash. You have services accepting Dash. Interviews about business accepting Dash. You started creating those for the program. A list of places that accept Dash. 120 staff that are employed during the day of the event, during the day of the conference and Dash City. You have a marketing business structure, a community leader, a business development leader, a communication manager, a social media manager, a logistic director, production manager, an event manager, a cyber security specialist for all the data and the checking process that you have for the day of the event, a database coordinator, a financial coordinator, a print shop coordinator for all the paper material, the swags that you give it away during the events, and for the merchants, the adoption package that you give to every single business that accept Dash here. All staff has Dash uniforms. Everybody that works under your proposal has uniforms with Dash shirts, which is really cool. You went I want to explain how Dash went beyond digital cash and became a program for social inclusion, feeding people and education programs about money. At the moment, you're partnered with over 12 social projects and economy projects by accepting donations in Dash directly, cutting off the middleman, which normally when we have a crisis situation or some sort of non-profit organization, they accept millions of dollars. Half or more than half stays for bonuses, for corporations, for meetings, for entrepreneurship and programs that never really reaches the person that needs the most. And doing so, accepting Dash as donation to those institutions, the people are accepting Dash straight into their hands, the exactly amount that you donate from anywhere in the world. So this is something brand new as well. It's changing how the donation services will take place in the world. You created a website to convert Bolivar to Dash numbers, so any merchant can know right away how much they need to charge in Dash. You have been very careful with the verbiage about crypto in order to relay low and not get attention from the government, because there's a way, if you say something that you're dealing assets, this might be a trouble for the community and for you personally. Dash Venezuela became a social event during meetups and merchant adoption programs and meetings. You have a community, regional community managers. You have over 22 community managers in Venezuela, which right now the business adoption is out of control because not all businesses that accept Dash are on the list. Now, those community managers already engage with business, and those business engage with other business, which we don't know how many businesses are accepting Dash. Business engagement per region, you partner with the City Business Association and the Chambers of Commerce for constant meetups and lectures explaining about Dash. You have a 4-layer program for communities, entrepreneurs, proposal training for anybody who wants to present a proposal, and an incubator, and business owners training for how to control the cash flow, and of course, how to actually have the ledger, their books organized. So you give all this to the merchants. You have weekly demos, lectures, and giveaway Dash to teach people the first experience on those meetings for those merchants and the business, the chamber of business, which right away, once they receive $1, every single one of them, you tell them to donate to those social programs so they experience how to use Dash right away Genius. Your staff attends a weekly startup meeting in order to engage with opportunities. So if there's any type of business that they have programs in Venezuela, your staff just show up and say, hey, by the way, do you know what is Dash Digital Cash? So something really cool. I was present in one of those in the coffee shop for all the food truck, which is actually, there's a business that's exploding here in Venezuela. Let me see here. I'm lost here. I have so much. Okay, business game. Okay, partner with the City Business Association Chamber for layers. Blah, tech. Oh yeah, weekly demo. Your staffly opportunities. Audio and video technician coordinator during the event. You develop a cultural and academic integration partnership with the city. You have 2 lawyers as a consultant for all the verbiage that you use for every single document and paperwork, which, by the way, I was invited to speak in 5 different contracts. Eugenia was the first one and the only one so far who sent me a contract as a speaker, which was really cool. I'm copying that for myself for future conference as well. You partner with a group of university professors to bring Dash inside universities, and of course, they talk about blockchain. You have a marketing coordinator. You have a press meeting before each event with the local newspaper and magazines to tell them, hey, we have our Dash conference and Dash City coming up, so invite everybody. You got a medical clinic that does blood work to accept Dash. 3 exchanges in Venezuela to accept Dash. Over 20 regional communities. I think I already said that already. Dash course for business owners. So any business owner who wants to accept Dash, you give them all the course, the materials, everything is ready. So all they have to do is show up to the course, take the package, and start accepting Dash. You have proposal guideline class on your proposal incubator for more people start presenting proposal, which you have Dash Merchant, Dash Help. Which other one I'm forgetting? Dash Maracay as well. So 3 other proposals, which, by the way, if you want to know anything about any other Dash proposal, they normally go through Eugenia. So contact her. She can vouch for the proposal if it's legit or not, or she can investigate and give you the proper information. So you also give every single participant during the conference $1 to $2 incentive once they register at the event, download the wallets during the check-in, and then they get to spend this money at the Dash City, which is a open market right after the conference with about 100 vendors that you can buy everything you want with Dash. And I'm talking about lots of food, but belt, appliances, clothes, programs for arts and crafts. There was cups, and there was so many cool stuff. Motorcycles. You can buy a motorcycle with Dash in Venezuela. So Dash City is something phenomenal. It was great for me to experience. You have a physical office location. You have a full-time secretary for the office, not for yourself, for everybody in the community. You have community managers meeting before every single event, production manager meeting, technical meeting, staff meeting for over 120 staff, venue manager and vendors meeting before the event, the day before. You have a food and snack coordinator because during the event there's 150 people that you have to feed breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I was there for 12 hours during the entire event. I know how it is. Registration process for every single member has 4 layers to get information to target audience. And I'm talking about, so every time someone comes to your event, they come and they say, okay, I'm either a vendor, I'm just a normal user, I want to do trading, I want to invest, and you separate into groups, and you have target focus groups and meetings after to bring these people to the community. You convince all the vendors to organize your event to accept Dash. So the entire process is paying Dash. You have a post-event meeting brainstorm with all the staff for best practice. Venezuela became #1 website access dash.org and wallets downloads and vendor adoption, which Dash Force News reported that Venezuela has more business accepting Dash than United States, which is partially true because United States has 330 million citizens. Venezuela has 30. So Venezuela has 10 times more business accepting Dash than the United States. So this is how powerful this is happening here. And you did all this in less than 1 year. And I think you failed to communicate this to the Masternode community because people were thinking you organized just a conference because you label your first proposal conference and you just kept doing the same thing on the proposal, but there was much more. And being here for this week, I experienced something fantastic. I have more on my list, everybody, so stay tuned, because speaking another language, sometimes people has problem communicate, so that's one of the main reasons I came here to show you what's happening in Venezuela, which is the cryptocurrency revolution. We already started. And so right now, any other person or cryptocurrency that wants to actually implement Dash nationwide just have to take your program and bring to a different country and tweak a few things, and they will succeed. I think, first of all, you deserve the maximum respect from the entire network community and the masternode community, because what you've done here, we haven't seen anywhere in the world. Venezuela is going through a crisis, which gives you the perfect storm for the perfect program. And your last proposal did not get approved. We managed to start a crowdfund. We got maybe a fifth of what we were looking for. You managed to put an event that was half the size, which the one that I came in was half the size that normally is. And what I've seen, it was already fantastic. With no money, and you mentioned to me, you're not leaving. You're staying, you're not quitting. So tell us, first of all, congratulations. What you've done, it's fantastic. Tell us, what's the plan now?
Thank you very much, Rodrigo. The plan is staying and not quitting. We have a commitment to Dash, to Venezuela, and to all the communities and to all the masternode owners who have supported us in the past and still support us, to keep going, because we really think that this is a win-win situation for Venezuela and Dash. When massive adoption of Dash is real in Venezuela, who has already started, that is going to bring a lot of value to Dash and to the community. And that is why we are working all hours and all days, because we really believe in this project. We want to thank you, because with your visit we have learned about how we are not communicating enough of what we are doing. We are so focused on the work that we are not focusing on communicating it to the community, and they really need to know, because if we want their support, they need to know what's going on here. So that is why I am really grateful to you for having come to our country and registering all of this that you have seen and record with your equipment, with your marvelous equipment.
Well, I think your proposal is one of the most legit proposal and one of the well-spent fund from the community, because of what you're getting compared to other proposals. And of course, the economy here is low, so $1 is worth a lot of money. But employing people, creating a mass adoption nationwide for the amount of money, it's more than fair, and broke my heart to see that your proposal did approve. But again, in your side as well, I think you have to change the name of your proposal. It's not a Dash conference. It's not a 12-hour conference. It's a Dash implementation in a nationwide, in an entire country. You name it this way, and you have to list all the things you've been doing. So I came here to do interviews, as most of you guys know. It's big purpose of my channel is create content, but I'm actually putting together a documentary, a 7-day experience using Dash 24 hours in Venezuela. So right now, tell us a little bit about other projects that was created based on your first proposal, Dash Caracas, which became now Dash Venezuela, and other proposals that came after that are very successful that you took me as well to take a look.
Yes, Dash Caracas was the first Dash community in Venezuela. We grew so fast that we have to create other programs named Dash Venezuela in order to support not only our work in our city, but the work of other leaders in a large amount of cities in Venezuela. We are now over 22 community leaders in Venezuela who are inspired by what Dash Caracas have achieved. They are starting their work, and we want to help them, because we believe that these leaders who live in their locality, they are going to be able to do this work better. We believe in decentralization and alliance. We believe that working in collaboration is better for all of us, so we can achieve our goals faster. So we want to support all of these community leaders. We want to support other projects. In our proposal program, we give information to people who want to understand how the Dash Treasury works, and if they need more help, more counseling, they come to us and they ask for it, and we give it to them. That was the case of Dash Help. That was the case of Dash Maracay. And if you don't want our counseling, that's okay. We still want you to succeed, but because we want a massive adoption of Dash in Venezuela. That was the case of Agrocognitive. Javier from Agrocognitive, he came to one of our conferences and he saw one workshop we did, one training course we did to help people to submit proposals. He took the course, and with that information, he was able to do it by himself. So we want to help anyone who wants to help in boosting massive adoption of Dash in Venezuela.
So right now, Venezuela is going through a huge crisis. The middle class is struggling. The upper class is the upper class. Maybe they just won't travel abroad this year. But the problem is the lower class and the poverty that has increased drastically in Venezuela, which makes me sad to say that I'm used to this because I grew up in a situation exactly the same as this in the 80s in Brazil with the valuation of money. We changed the name of money in Brazil 7 times in 15 years. We cut we cut 3 zeros, we changed the bills. It's a huge manipulation, and this is happening right now, which gives Venezuela devaluation of the money outside, which made about 5 million people leave Venezuela and go work to another country. And we're talking about a future proposal and ideas as well for the remittances business, where we gotta create you gotta create a proposal where we gotta target audiences outside Venezuela that are actually working to send money to their families. Tell us a little bit about this and what's the plan.
Yes, that is one of my dreams, that Venezuelans around the world are able to help their families and friends more easily, because right now they want to send money to their families and friends, and it is very difficult because in Venezuela we have a control de cambio, an exchange control, and we cannot receive money from other countries. So Dash is the way that is going to solve this. This is the way people can receive money from their families and friends who are abroad easily, fast, and with low commission. So this is a real solution. And now, with all of this merchant adoption of Dash, people who receive Dash have the option of change it into bolívares or spend it directly in these merchants, in these products and services that they can buy with Dash. And this is a real big solution. Also, I want to help to get the most Venezuelans to be able to earn their wages in Dash directly as freelancers, maybe in a platform where they can publish their resume and get hired and get paid in Dash for a lot of services they can give.
Well, Dash Maracay actually is an industrial area where they're trying to implement a heavy load of industry to start accepting Dash. So there will be something very interesting as well for the community to pay attention. But just to let you know, after 7 days here in Venezuela, there's talk about El Petro. There's talk about Bitcoin, and there's talk about Dash, and that's it. There's no other cryptocurrency that came here yet or is as popular as Dash. Dash is more popular than the Petro and Bitcoin. Dash community here actually managed to put Dash light years ahead any other cryptocurrency in the word of on the mouth-to-mouth and people talking the word Dash. So this is actually something very well. I'm going to try to edit this interview and put this one as the first one, but stay tuned, everybody. I'm putting together a documentary, or a short documentary if you want to call, of the 7 days that I spent here in Venezuela, spending every single money, every single business that I visit, which I ate a lot, by the way. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and the experience, and I pay everything with Dash. It was, from the taxi, even if I want to buy a motorcycle here as well. I made a video for Twitter of me with a stack of money that's worth about 25 cents, 50 cents on a gas station. So the situation here is giving cryptocurrency, especially Dash Digital Cash, the opportunity to be implemented nationwide without any restriction. I think you've done nothing but a fantastic job, Eugenia. You have to keep presenting your proposals, engage with the Masternode community. They must know exactly every single detail what you're doing here because it's not a conference, it's Dash implementation nationwide in Venezuela. So if you want to tell them now a message, tell us what's in your head.
Yes, well, first of all, thank you for the support in the past and in the present, and please keep supporting us because we are working really hard and we are getting results, and we plan to do it either way. And also I want to say that we want to do it in a collaborative ecosystem. We want to collaborate with all proposal owners, such as Rodrigo, such as core teams, such as Dashforce, such as Dash Help, Dash Merch, and all of the other community leaders in around Venezuela. And we want to create this big force of allies who are going to make of Venezuela the first Dash nation.
Well, they actually ended up funding the proposal through a few donations. I was happy to actually help as well. My proposal is not an expensive proposal, but I was happy to donate as well 1.5 Dash to help pay for this this conference, this meetup, this Dash City, and this entire program. That's something that shows as well a lot of masternodes donated, which was probably a fifth of the amount of money you needed, so that the event was cut in half. But you will keep doing this, and this is just fantastic. So everybody stay tuned for the future. There's also tons of interviews that Eugenia did it among their peers in Venezuela in Spanish, in English. I have a few interviews as well. It's going to take me probably 3 weeks to edit all this, but I'll put it together. And Eugenia, I think you deserve nothing but a huge thank you to what you've done here. You've become an example of leadership, of budget management, because what you've done here compared to other proposals, it's extremely cheap to other proposals that I've seen that they took money and they absolutely waste and did not deliver. And you became a reference for Dash, and you will become a reference for other cryptocurrency in other places, because it's just fantastic. Congratulations, and I'll definitely come back here to Venezuela because my experience here was fantastic. And once again, Roddy here from Caracas, Venezuela, reporting for everybody in our Dash community. I'll see you later.
Dash Dinheiro Digital.